I'd like to talk about Nagashino battle in 1575 when Nobunaga was 41 years old. Nobunaga had been extending the territory smoothly since Okehazama battle, but there were still several big daimyos against Nobunaga and one of them was Katsuyori. Daimyo is the term which means a samurai who governed his territory and people. There were many daimyos all over Japan in the 16th century. They fought with each other to extend their territory and wanted to unify Japan. Nobunaga and Katsuyori were also daimyos. Katsuyori had been leading his strongest cavalry in Japan at that time. Nobunaga's army was also strong, but he thought that he would lose the battle or suffer serious damage in case of a cavalry battle. He hit on the idea to make use of the newest weapon, a matchlock, and procured 3,000 matchlocks, which were incredibly huge numbers at that time. A matchlock is the obsolete gun with a fuse cord. I call it a matchlock in this presentation. Nobunaga took up the position in Nagashino field and built the long wooden fence to confront Katsuyori and his cavalry. He deployed 3,000 gunners behind the long wooden fence to shoot the surging cavalry. But the matchlock had a weak point. It took about 1 minute to reload it. While the gunners were reloading their matchlocks, the cavalry were able to defeat them. The matchlock was the latest weapon at that time, but conventional weapons like a sword and a spear were much more convenient than it. He formed 3 groups of 1,000 gunners and let them line up behind the wooden fence toward the enemy. Each group stood in a row, which meant that there were 3 rows. The 1,000 gunners in the first row shot at their enemies and then moved around to the third row in the same line to reload their matchlocks. The second row stepped forward and shot at their enemies and then moved around to the last row in the same line to reload. The 3,000 gunners kept the process going to shoot continuously. Katsuyori's cavalry surged ahead one after another and they were shot dead in front of the wooden fence. They got seriously injured and ran away to their province and Nobunaga won the battle. After Nagashino battle, Katsuyori declined in power. On the contrary, Nobunaga's campaign to unify Japan had made great strides forward. In the era when there were no machine guns more than 400 years ago, Nobunaga devised the way to shoot a matchlock continuously.